up now. What you missed is a Longhorn fumble and a Greyhound returned it back for a touchdown. So 6 minutes left in the third quarter. Longhorns 38, Greyhounds 8.
And you may not have seen when Strawn got the ball to about the 3-yard line. We actually had a big loss and then had a big sack and fumble, and Roe Williams got it. And then 2 plays we fumbled and they returned it for a touchdown.
Yeah, I'm not sure when it cut off, but
so your score now is 38-8, 6:01 left in the third quarter.
As Longhorns get ready to take the kick, here's the onside coming once again from the Greyhounds. It's not going to go 15 yards. They touch it before it does.
And they didn't throw a flag.
I think he touched it. It still should. I guess they're going to give where he first touched it.
Horns will take over there at their own 36-yard line.
But it is their flag, right? It's illegal
touching.
touching.
Well, it is an illegal touching, yes. Yeah. It should be a – I don't know if it's a spot. They just mark where a spot, or is it a 5-yard penalty?
I think it's 5-yard penalty.
It,
yeah, I think it's 5 yards from where it went out.
I'm always confused by that penalty, to be honest.
Yeah, they changed the kicking rules in football more than they do anything. You watch
they
NFL,
do,
and I have no idea.
Oh,
what
boy,
the
kickoff.
Yeah,
kickoffs now are totally different.
I don't know why they even do it. They just give I don't know why they just don't start the NFL games on the 30-yard line.
You know, they used to want you to always kick in the end zone. Now they're telling them, don't kick in the end zone. They want it in the field of play and make them return it.
3-back option. Campbell looking to throw the ball. Nothing there. He's tied up there. Loss about 3 yards on the play.
They were looking for Corbin on the center pass, but they didn't let him. They didn't fool anybody there. Corbin was covered back in.
Second and about 18 here for the Horns. And look, Braden just snuck out over here. No one sees him yet.
Yeah, I'm assuming somebody's pointing at him. Oh, there he is. You might want to cover the number 1.
One-on-one coverage over here. I bet they could look to go there. Campbell takes off. He's got some room. Positive yards. Gains about 6 yards on the play. Bring up third and about 10, 12 yards for the Horns.
Gets us a little more manageable now.
Braden Walter still split wide over here.
You have Asher and Braden both in the game here. I bet we see one of those guys
taking a
you
shot.
Can almost throw it up to either one of those guys and try to come down with a pass play here. 5 seconds on the play clock. Gonna have to hurry up to get this one off. May have to burn a timeout here, I'm afraid. Yeah.
They do. Horns use a timeout. So 4 minutes 35 left here in the third quarter. Horns up 38-8 with the ball. Looking at 3rd and 13.
Getting a chance to get the young guys to play, the backups to play here, so get some good playing time.
Yep.
We all, including myself, always look to, get an early Friday night, but and we still could. These kids can score also, but not planning on a fumble, scoop and score, but regardless, this is important playing time for these guys because there's 10 seniors on this team. We talk about them all the time, and like I said, we talk about the younger kids don't get talked about a lot. It's going to be a very good football team next year.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to look a lot different, right? They're so used to calling these names. We're going to have to relearn some jerseys, I'm sure, at some point and all that. But it's going to be a very good football team. But this is important playing time for these guys.
Get some little confidence. Lets them know, okay, this is varsity, but I can still play here. I belong.
And a lot of these kids are juniors, right? They've been in the battlefields. They've been playing against our varsity and scout team for 3 years. They want to go play somebody else.
Costi under center. Looking to throw the ball. He does air it perfect. Beautiful pass. Oh, that was a pretty pass, but come up just off his fingertips there.
Had a couple steps on there, just a little bit. Got a little wind behind it, sailed on him a little bit.
That will bring up 4th down. I do see Stryker, Reed, and Riley Reed come back into the game here.
Heard some coach from the Strawn sideline. Very good advice. Keep them in front of you. I'm assuming that came from the coaching staff over there. That's very good advice.
It's easier said than done, though.
Pitch to Stryker.
And that's
why. Did
not
keep him in front of him.
No, Stryker will be gone for
like
a
he
touchdown.
shot out of a cannon.
One play, put Stryker in there. and he scores. So 4 minutes, 20 seconds here in the third quarter. Horns back on the board, 44-8 is the new score. Salinas will be teeing it up for the Longhorns.
They committed the sin of just getting too far up the field on that one, and when you reduce it further the amount of people in front of striker, it's not going to be good.
Yeah, once you get within a foot of him. Oh, well.
That looked wide. No, it's good.
Okay, there is a net there because that one hit a net.
He was just kicking it over.
He was kicking it over the net. That's what it was.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So 46-8 for the math at home. That's a 38-point difference here in the third quarter.
And once again, we did have this game would have been over at halftime. We had a touchdown call back on a touchback on what we to believe not the correct call, but once again we're homers and there's no replay. But regardless, so this thing could play out in 4 quarters of football. We hadn't seen that much. We've only seen it, what we talked about earlier. It's happened. Well, since they were freshmen, it's happened one time against Abbott last year in the state semifinals in a very rainy, slick game. Otherwise, it probably wouldn't have lasted that long. But Abbott graduated a lot of seniors last year, and that was a very tough team.
Sure was. That was a good
they
game.
were not going home quietly.
You know, it's one of those things I tried. Well, back in our day, there wasn't as many shutouts because there was not that many teams had JV team, or that's when you put your younger guys in. You didn't. It wasn't necessarily a goal to shut a team out. You just want to win the game, and if you got ahead, you put your younger guys in, and let them get to play. So sometimes I think we lose sight of that. We enjoy that, like you said, enjoy our early nights, but it is good to get that extra playing time in.
Oh,
for
sure.
kids.
And we watch, we talk about it every year, and it's like, how do you get these kids playing time? Varsity included. You run 12 plays. Did you learn anything?
Right.
No, you didn't learn anything. You had fun, and you got to go home early, but you're right about that. It's not much of a learning experience. So playing 4 quarters of football is not a bad thing on a Friday night.
No, not sure. Especially at such a venue like Great Kick Bashers. That's beautiful.
30 minutes from home. It's not. We're not.
Yeah.
We're not in Valley this week.
As close as
Right,
we
yeah.
get.
If we were in Valley, we might feel a little differently about it tonight. But
I guess the closest home game we'll have this year, right? Or the
Definitely.
closest game we'll have this year.
yeah, it's back to about 3.5 hours, isn't it, to Thorndale?
It's east of Austin. Last time I checked, unless it's moved. I was hoping it moved a little closer, but I don't think it's going to. We did not find a neutral field to play on. And those games can't finish early. So
That's right.
we
They'll
will
be
be at
able to-
2:30 in the morning drive. You're not getting out of
yeah.
that one. Driving to Valley, it's like we went through 2 or 3 different states to get there. I don't know if you noticed the terrain. It changed every 100 miles. It had a new look.
Yeah,
Eric James and Braden Walters on the tackle.
I just thought for sure we were about to hit the Canadian border at some point, but it just never showed up.
Yeah, definitely never been to Quitaquaw. I think I'm saying that right.
We checked that one off the list.
Yeah, never been to Turkey or we
No,
ate
Turkey.
at a little restaurant in Turkey.
Yeah,
it was the highest rated restaurant in Turkey. It was fine.
It was.
Now it's the only restaurant in Turkey, but it should have been the highest rated. It was good.
We had a little barbecue place on that road right before you turn off to head north to.
Yeah, that was
a good little place.
That was a little community. We drove through a ton of 6-man towns. I haven't been.
Yeah.
I've just never taken that road.
Yeah,
No reason
I've
to,
not
right? Unless
either,
you're
yeah.
going there.
Yeah.
But Paducah. I mean, I can't think of all the towns. Yeah, we went to
Jayton.
Jayton on the way back.
Spur, we didn't go. I think we
Motley
did go
County,
through
wherever
Spur.
Motley.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Matador.
Matador, yeah.
A lot of interesting places you see on the map, and especially being in 1A, we hear these names, but I don't necessarily even look at them on the map. So it was interesting. It was a good drive. I enjoyed that.
Until last week, I don't think I'd thought about that. There is not a town valley. I mean, it's actually a consolidated school district. I just thought that was a town of valley.
And it is the center point between Quitaquaw and Turkey.
Yeah. Turkey, the home of Bob Wills.
That's right. We had a lot of fun
learned
facts.
some interesting facts.
Amarillo Slim.
Amarillo Slim.
Famous gambler. And there was a lot of Bob Wills. There was a tour bus there, and I'm interested. I didn't look that up, but I'm wondering if that's his original tour bus there. But there was a hopping town. There's people walking around town with fiddles, and I thought, what in the world? But if you're a fiddle player, you've got it's like going to Lukenbach, right? If you're a guitar player, you want to go to Lukenbach and sit where Willie.
Right up the middle. Picks his way forward for a gain about 4 yards. Bring up about 7. They say there's an annual Bob Wills concert, if you want to call it that, right? They're in Turkey that draws about 10,000 people. So
oh, wow.
Talking about hopping.
Wonder where they have that.
Small town hopping.
So you may not have gone to Turkey because there was a way not to, but we went and there's a big roped off park. Nice. They kept it real
that
clean.
Must be where they have it.
Yeah, you could tell they were having something. There was some campers there and people like a cookout of some sort while we were there, but
Eating barbecue and playing the fiddle doesn't sound much better.
Sounds pretty good, doesn't it?
I'm probably never going to go to the fiddle, but, yeah.
But I am
You don't want to make that drive for barbecue and the fiddle playing?
I do want to, but I'm not. I'm probably not. That was a late night.
That was a late night.
Look,
they
he's got the
snuck
center.
him out.
He's going to overthrow it. They did sneak the center out, and he was open, but he just missed him there on the pass. Bring up 4th and about 7 for the Greyhounds.
He got spun around a time or two and just got overthrown there, but had me fooled for a second.
Yeah.
Wish I could see the crowd, up here in the Eagles' Nest, as somebody called it. We can't see the first level. The second tier of these stands is enormous, and we can't see down. But, Strawn, it's not full, but I bet, it's a pretty good crowd for a 6-man game over there. These are just, we're not used to, that's probably a 2,000-seat.
Probably any Stephenville residents probably sat on their home side as well. If they can
I would think so.
Enjoy
They're sitting
some
over here.
6-man action.
I'd like to see what that looks like on our side. Typically, Gordon Strong game draws quite the crowd. That's a fumble out of bounds.
Goes loose. They're going to call it incomplete pass regardless.
Yeah.
It was a fumble.
4th down anyway.
The Longhorns will take over there at about the Greyhound 37-yard line, 27-yard line.
It's the old empty hand rule. That's the
right. Old Tom Brady rule.
Yeah.
No, Tom Brady.
That was a tuck rule. Yeah, that was
tuck
the
rule. Tuck rule.
He changed up a little bit. Some backups in, but Evans back in at center.
Yeah, it looks like
Riley Braden and It's just Tristan. He's got Tristan out there instead of
striker.
Rye's been in sparingly today. Hadn't seen, trying to keep him healthy just for that game next week.
We're going to get a holding call in the backfield. I
saw
a little bit of a jersey, but the referee was standing there and didn't call it. So I'm not sure how the side judge over there called it necessarily.
He's the hero.
Regardless, he did call it.
We'll probably replay first down here.
It was enough for me to keep my eyes on it, so I guess it very well could have been holding. I noticed a little jersey pull. That's going to get Tristan out of the game. Coaches don't like to go backwards. They typically don't like those calls in the backfield, but
they panic a little bit when that happens, don't they?
Especially in 6-man when it's a big wide open field, but you're 1st and 15. Now you're first
25. It sounds like a lot, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But as we well know, it takes one play for these horns.
It does.
Yeah, unfortunately, it spreads the field out a little bit.
And there it is.
Yeah, he's going to go.
No one's going to catch. Oh, I thought.
Oh, what a move!
Good move by Rye. He runs over a guy into the end zone.
What a run!
Longhorns score. That no, we need an extra point.
Got to have the extra.
That's a 44-point difference right now. 52-8.
That's a nice run there. Broke 3 tackles, spun out of a couple there, and
just ran over a guy right at the end
zone. I thought for sure they're going to get him down over there on that sideline, and he just picked his way through there, and then, like you said, just ran a guy over.
Nice run there by Rye Reed.
Riley's one of those kids you definitely got to wrap up and hold on. He's gotten pretty stout over the last couple years.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not the tallest guy in the world, but he's just got a good base on him, and he's not going to go down easy.
So here's a big play right here, determining if this game proceeds or not. Kick is up. Hey, it bounces off the upright. We'll be playing some more football here.
It sure did.
So we'll be playing some more football. 2 minutes, 27 seconds.
The game that won't die.
I'd like to see the odds on this. How many times has Asher ever hit the goalpost? He's hit it twice tonight. It's a strange thing, but I don't see that happen very often in football. Actually, the goalpost, it's not the biggest thing in the world to hit there. It's almost it's a little different. Is it the same size? This is a dumb question, but 6-man goalposts are never this tall.
It's true.
So would that have hit a 6-man goalpost?
No, I don't think it would.
What
would they have called it, good or no good? That's the question.
No, I'm not questioning
These
that.
guys probably not good.
I wasn't going to say it.
I'll say it.
Oh, man. Let's see, we got some. I was going to check the. Stephenville's up 42-0 at the end of the third quarter.
Working on a shutout of their own.
Working
a
on
mercy rule of their own.
It is. I've really never understood why there's not a mercy rule in 11.
There really should
What's
be.
the difference, right? If a team's overpowering, well, that's a tough second half to go out and just take a beating. But I guess it's character building, but I'm not sure at what point the character has had enough building, right? I've said it in my life. Well, go ahead, Elijah. Just getting into your play-by-play here.
That will have to be returned. That's our first return we've seen today. Marcinus takes it out. Hudson Campbell holds on. Jasper Clark finishes up.
Ball came
loose.
Out.
I think Hudson ends
ripped
up
it out
with
and recovered it.
He sure
and
did.
the Horns will take over right there at the 16-yard line.
That's a great play by Hudson.
That's Jasper Clark there.
So that extra point, we'll see if we can finish them off here.
I think Hudson caused the fumble, and I think Jasper came
got
up
on
with
it. Yeah,
I was the number 8 and the number 9 are hard to tell, but
they are up here. Yeah,
I believe that's what happened. If I had to, I guess we'll go back and watch that. But
nice play there by Hudson and Jasper.
Very nice.
Looks like the Horns going to take a timeout. Quick change of plans here. Strawn is probably looking to take the ball and run some more clock, trying to make it to the fourth quarter.
What I was saying about character, you take a beating. At some point you throw in the white towel, but you can't do that in 11-man. But what I was going to say is, I'm sure in your adult life, I say it all the time is, at some point, which is the same thing, I'd like to quit learning lessons.
Right.
I don't. I've had enough. But I joke with my dad about that the other day. It's like, well, it's not going to happen. You're never going to stop. And I think, lesson learned. Well, that gets old after a while.
Yeah.
It's pretty relatable to a mercy rule.
Very true.
Those big schools like that, if you're struggling, and you line up to play at Stephenville or a Lido or something like that, there's nothing you can do about it. They will overpower you. They're bigger, stronger, faster. There's nothing you can do, and they're usually pretty easy on you, and they can still score 60, 70 points. And people get upset to run the score up, but it's just you can't tell your kids to lay down, right?
Let's watch number 9 right here, Jasper Clark in the backfield. Pitches to Tristan. Tristan falls on the ground once again. Just having trouble not grabbing that football.
Look at some 1A scores here, see if we can some updates.
It's a loss of about 7 on the play, bring up second and 22.
Loss of 8 yards in the play. That'll bring up second and 23 for the Longhorns.
Abilene Christian beating Knox City. That's pretty. Of course, Abilene Christian's been one of them private schools that's sneaking up and getting better every.
There, Tristan moves forward for a few yards, gain about 3. Bring up third down for the Horns. Corbin Seymour there at center. Pitch to Jasper Clark. He turns it up. He's going to score. Great run. Jasper Clark goes right. Freshman Jasper Clark ends the game. So his first Gordon Strawn game, he's able to run through the line there, just break through and cuts it right up the field for a touchdown. Nice run by freshman Jasper Clark.
Yeah, what a moment for that kid, right? Yeah. What a moment there. That's awesome. Freshman playing varsity ends the game.
No, we love to see it from our boy Jasper.
And I'll tell you what, Jasper, he's talking about a good kid, man. You see work going on. Jasper is in the middle of it. I can promise you that.
But that'll be the end of the ball game. Ends at a minute left in the third quarter. Horns. Well, the final for this game, Horns 58, Greyhounds 8, and another chapter in this epic rivalry, Gordon versus Strawn, but Longhorns come up the victor here for I guess it's the 4th straight year. Is that right? It's got to be at least 4, but yeah. And,
I think
both teams look to move on.
Yeah,
so, like I said, this is a big rivalry game. In the scheme of things, doesn't mean that much. Still one you want to win for town pride, et cetera, but both teams move on, look to advance, win through their district games, and look to advance in the playoffs. We'll see how these Greyhounds do this year. Be watching them in the playoffs, but final thoughts for this game before we move on to next week versus 11-man Thornhill.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting game. 11-man.
Absolutely.
A lot of people on the field next week.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, we look forward, not to drive, but we look forward to the game next week. Hope you guys tune in. Thank you guys. Good night here from Stephenville, Texas.